Bill 124 was a law passed by the Ontario government in 2019 that aimed to limit the salary increases of public sector workers, including elementary teachers, to 1% per year for 3 years. The government claimed that this was necessary to reduce the provincial deficit and ensure the sustainability of public services. However, many public sector unions and workers opposed this law, arguing that it violated their constitutional rights to collective bargaining and fair compensation. They also said that it failed to recognize the value and contribution of public sector workers, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. In November 2021, Bill 124 was struck down by the Ontario Superior Court of Justice as unconstitutional. The court ruled that the law interfered with the collective bargaining process and imposed arbitrary and unreasonable restrictions on public sector compensation. The court also found that the law discriminated against women, who make up a large proportion of public sector workers, such as nurses and teachers. The court ordered the government to pay $2.5 million in legal costs to the unions that challenged the law. The government appealed this decision, but in April 2023, arbitrators awarded Ontario hospital nurses retroactive pay for the 3 years that they were subject to bill. The arbitrators granted the nurses an additional 0.75% wage increase for the first year, an additional 1% for the second year, and an additional 2% for the third year. The arbitrators cited the staffing crisis in nursing and the need to recruit and retain nurses in Ontario's hospitals as factors for their decision. The impact of Bill 124 on elementary teachers was similar to that of nurses. The law capped their wage increases at 1% per year for 3 years, which was below the rate of inflation and did not reflect their workload and responsibilities. The law also affected their benefits, such as sick leave and professional development. Many teachers felt demoralized and disrespected by this law, and some even considered leaving the profession or moving to other provinces. The Ontario Elementary Teachers Federation, ETFO, filed a constitutional challenge against Bill 124 in December 2019, along with other education unions. The ETFO argued that the law violated their right to free and fair collective bargaining and undermined their ability to negotiate improvements in class size, student support, and working conditions. The ETFO also said that the law discriminated against women, who make up about 80% of elementary teachers in Ontario. The ETFO's challenge is still pending before the courts, but they are hopeful that they will win their case and receive retroactive pay for their members, similar to what the nurses received. The ETFO also hopes that the government will respect their bargaining rights and engage in meaningful negotiations with them in the future.